Hello everybody, welcome to Man United Bonafide. This is the fun channel where we speak about everything Manchester United, whether it is rivalry, league table, league results, and every other thing that you can think about Manchester United, be it legends, like today we'll speak about one of the legends, whether it is the new squad, whether it is academy, and everything that is related to Manchester United. Before we dive into the topic of the day, I would encourage you, I would request you to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on our content, and also share the content, and also leave a comment below in the comment section. We value your feedback about the channel and about the content. Gary Neville. Yes, the one and only Gary Neville, treble winner, Premier League winner, Champions League winner, Club World Cup winner with Manchester United, has come out and said and made a statement, a strong and a bold statement, especially at a time when Manchester United has been known not to have stability for a while. He has come out and said that Manchester United might win the league before Liverpool, their greatest rivals of all time. Now, this statement has really sparked debate on social media, on TV stations, other fan channels, and so on. But our big question today is, does Manchester United really have what it takes to win the league? Will Manchester United win the league? Or rather, but our biggest question today is, will Manchester United, but our biggest question today is, how long will it take for Manchester United to win the league? And so in line with that, our biggest question, or rather the topic today is, how long will it take for Manchester United to win the league? Truth be told, at the moment, Liverpool have a better team than Manchester United. Their defense is more experienced than what we have. Yes, we can say that Luke Shaw, Lindelof, and Maguire might have had more experience, but the Liverpool defense has played together for a longer time, more than Manchester United. They have a better midfield than Manchester United, besides Henderson and or rather, they have a better midfield than Manchester United currently. If you take out Fabinho, Keita, they have Oxlade-Chamberlain in the midfield, who gives a lot of pace and the attacking, and so on. Currently, Manchester United's midfield can be argued as the worst in the top 6. Yes, that might be debatable, but I tend to also have a feeling of the same, that our midfield is currently not strong. Liverpool's attack is also better than Manchester United. Ours is young, inexperienced, dynamic, still growing, but Liverpool's attack is just off winning the Champions League and the Super Cup. Now, having said that, since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, Manchester United have virtually been out of the title race for 6 seasons. This will count as the 7th if we do not win the league. When Moyes was here, it didn't work. Van Gaal's reign, Mourinho's reign, and now we're in Ole's reign. And we've never felt like we are out to challenge for the league strongly like we used to do in the Ferguson era. In the Ferguson era, from the moment the preseason started, you would have a feeling that this team can win the league. As of now, The truth is, the three teams that look way better than us. That is City, Liverpool, and Tottenham, arguably, um, based on their squad and their performance the last 6 years. But having said that, what does Manchester United need to do to win the league, whether it is this season or in the near future? First of all, I think for Manchester United to win the league soon enough, number one, they must keep, and I repeat, they must keep on working on what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been working on. I'm a follower of the youth system and the academies, and I tell you, for the past 4 or 5 seasons, um, Manchester United Manchester United has had a very exciting youth setup. Now we see the likes of Angel Gomez, the likes of Mason Greenwood, Tahiti Chong, Ghana, and there's another young French boy from the under 17s, or is it under 19s? I think. The truth is, there is a lot of prospect in the youth and in the academy, which Ole seems to have spotted. The beauty of having the youth is that they have, rather the academy players, the graduates, is that they have the Manchester United DNA. It has been instilled in them. And so Ole seems to have found a way of bringing a number of them into the first team, and now they seem to have taken football to the next level. He's built on a number of youngsters as well. If you In our match against Chelsea, we had the youngest squad of the weekend. That is an average age of about 24 years, roughly, which is a positive thing for the team. They might look a bit inexperienced, but coming to think of it again, these are the same. Some of these players have won the Europa League, have won the FA, have won the Carabao Cup with Van Gaal. No, with Mourinho. Van Gaal gave us the FA Cup, and so someone like De Gea won the Premier League, and so that is a mixture of youth and experience that Ole has really found a way of working with. Now, let's not be too excited too soon, and say outrightly that we will win the league this season. Ole has done a good job. We saw in pre-season people like Martial smiling, people like playing good football, Martial playing good football. We've seen even in the Chelsea game the way he brought in the likes of Daniel James, the way the recruitment that has been done in the defense, which has made the team better. But having said that the team may feel better, the team looks better, there's a positive vibe around that team. He's changed the intensity of football as opposed to the slow and pragmatic football that Mourinho played, to a fast-paced, counter-attack, intensified football that we saw against Chelsea. And soon enough, if we keep up this consistency, yes, we might not win the league this season, but it is possible to win the league in a few years to come. Yes, a few teams, as I had mentioned, are far ahead of us. Name them: the Liverpool, the Man Cities, and the Tottenhams. But that does not mean that we cannot win the league. It is very difficult, and the chances are very slim. But there's always a chance that any team can win the league. If Leicester did it when they did it, of course, at that time the quality, that season, probably the quality of the Premier League had gone down a bit, but we still feel, but they still did it. Yeah, it is still possible. I know they did it with a better midfield than what we have. N'Golo Kante was in that midfield, but that does not mean we cannot do it. If we keep playing the football we do, get me right, I am not saying we will do it, I'm just saying it is still a possibility to win the league. If Ole continues to grow the team, which I know in the summer or in the January transfer, we might get a few players. If he rebuilds the midfield upon what he currently has of Pogba and McTominay, Fred, and Pereira, those are like his first 4 midfielders, and then bring in the other youths in Ghana and sign a midfielder or 2, then I can confidently say that we will challenge for the league. If we keep winning, games till January and then we sign a midfielder or 2, then I can confidently say that we can challenge for the league. That does not mean we will win it, but we can challenge for it. If he adds to the current squad one attacker and also another right winger, then it will be a very, very exciting Manchester United side to watch. Ole is rebuilding the squad. I fully support him in what he's doing. Yes, I was disappointed we didn't sign a midfielder, but I am glad with what I've seen him do. Yes, we can't judge a season based on one game, but if we keep that the intensity of the way things have been, the positivity, the way there seems to have been excitement around the club. People like I mentioned, people like Martial smiling. It's not an easy thing to find Martial smiling, but when Martial smiles, know that things are better. Pogba seems to be staying. He's still controversial. De Gea seems to have made up his mind to stay, which is amazing. And when people like they're currently like the senior players and some of the players that other players look up to, once they put their feet down, it will work. I see Ole doing what Ferguson did when he arrived at Manchester United. When Ferguson arrived at Manchester United, there were a number of players that he moved out of the club. Yeah. And he promoted youngsters. We see Ole doing the same. He's released Lukaku. There's talk that Sanchez might leave. There's talk that Rojo might leave. All this is creating room for a rebuild and a restructure. With Ferguson, it took Ferguson a while to win the league, but but he eventually did it. So it might take only 3 or 4 seasons to get to where he wants the club to be. But I know if he continues the rebuild that he's doing, then I am sure that we will win the league. Now, back to the Liverpool controversy, where we were discussing whether Liverpool or Manchester United will win the league before the other. Now, the absence of Manchester United in the title contention has been very, or rather, created a big room for our rivals to win the league. And like I usually say, if someone has not taken advantage of Manchester United's absence to win the league currently, then it will be very difficult for them to win the league when Manchester United finally restructures, or rather is done with the restructuring that is going on. Unfortunately, Liverpool have not really made an impact domestically in the absence of Manchester United. Yes, they played exciting football. They've scored so many goals. They've earned so many points. Like, there was a debate that last season was their best season ever, but still they did not win the league. But with all that they have achieved in recent years, having Klopp, one of the best coaches in the world, having such massive changes in the club and growth in the club, they have still failed to win the league in almost 30 years now. I know it can happen as a snap. They also have a better chance. But having seen them play against Norwich and Chelsea in the Super Cup, if they continue playing the way they played in those two games, it will be very difficult for them to win the league. Unfortunately, Manchester City are playing quality football, which, as a Manchester United fan, does not really go well with me, because I don't want them to win its prize 3 times in a row. But again, look at the people that are challenging. Liverpool and Norway. Liverpool look good, but they never step up to the challenge. So this is my my verdict. I support Gary that Manchester United is not very far from winning the league. It's not very far from winning the league. And I also support him by saying that if Liverpool continue to play football the way I've seen them play in the past 2 days, playing like they were jet lagged and slow in some areas, not have seemed like some of the players seem like they are not really in the game. If they continue that way, then it is almost a guarantee that Manchester United will win the league. Manchester United has finally seemed to have had what the fans have been crying out for a restructure of the club, a restructure of the team. Of course, the board is still there, the Glazers are still there, but on the pitch we are seeing better football. We are seeing players that are likable. We are seeing teamwork. We are seeing team spirit. We are seeing joy in whatever they are doing. If this continues, and seemingly soon, players will top players, world-class players will want to play for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And so with that, I do agree with Gary. I do agree with Gary that Manchester United will soon win the league. They might even win it before Liverpool. Not to be disrespectful to Liverpool fans or Liverpool as a club, but it might just happen. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Do subscribe, do smash that like button, share the content, and leave a comment. What do you think? Do you see Manchester United winning the league before Liverpool? Do you see Manchester United winning the league this season? Do you see Manchester United winning the league anytime soon? See you. We'll be doing a match preview for the game between the match between Manchester United and Wolves. That is before the weekend. Otherwise, from Man United, Bonafide, mine is to say goodbye and have a blessed weekend ahead. Thank you.